Welcome to the K-State Game Lab. I'm Dr. Seth Lickteig. I'm joined by Katie,
Hello.
one of our players. We just got done doing a run-through of the Wretched, and that was an experience. So the Wretched is designed to be a solo journaling game, and we played it multiplayer.
Yeah.
I'm curious what you thought about that.
So I was one of the three voices for our good flight engineer, Kat. I thought it was interesting passing it off as more of like an interactive. We had to kind of play off of what the others were doing, and I really liked that a lot. I liked how we kind of all got to interact with the attitude of the character.
I was curious. So, from my perspective, myself and another player, we were outside the booth, and we were effectively the director or the producer equivalent. We were the one drawing the cards, so you guys didn't really have to worry about running the game, because we were kind of running the game and then giving the prompts to the players inside the booth. Did that work out well? Did it feel more immersive? You guys still had the Jenga tower, right? The tumbling block tower. Wretched uses a narrative device. Instead of rolling dice, you remove blocks from a Jenga pyramid tower. Did it feel more immersive because you didn't have the cards and all the paper there, and it was just you, the other two players, and the tower?
I think that helped with immersion. I think the big part of it was that I couldn't see the possibilities of things that could happen. I didn't have, like, if I was drawing, I didn't have any idea what the symbols meant. I didn't know the numbers. I couldn't see all the lists of things that could happen. So I think that the element of the unknown fit with the theme of the game and helped me with immersion of the player.
Nice. You had multiple players. You said something along the lines of appreciating, not like, so I don't want to put words in your mouth, but my brain would say that if I was playing an RPG, a solo RPG, I kind of have an idea of where like my story might go, and I'm kind of generating it on the spot. You're saying that because you had to pass it off to Dr. B, that perhaps your story took curveballs or had addition that you wouldn't have come up with on your own. Is that what you're kind of saying?
Yeah. It's the added element kept it spontaneous. Like, I couldn't plan stuff in the future without knowing like what the others were doing, and I was also having to keep track of what they were saying if I was doing the next daily log.
Yeah.
So I think that helped keep me engaged to other stuff that was going on, and again, another element of the unknown and randomness, which I think fits with this, because if the person is kind of left in that desperate of a situation, it kind of cycles through different feelings throughout the day. So I think that's kind of a good representation of that.
Yeah. It's designed to feel hopeless. It's designed to feel like you're experiencing humanity at its greatest despair, a moment all alone in the vacuum of space. Did it do that? Were the story prompts themselves that were generated by drawing a playing card? Each suit corresponds with a different part of the story. So there was a suit that was about the ship. There was a suit that was about the creature outside. Were the prompts immersive? Were they evocative?
Yes. So I liked how they were leading with how does that make you feel? It really let you put yourself into the shoes of someone in that situation, which I think a lot of games kind of like try to get at, but I think this one does it really well. I think starting off with the where were you hiding really set the scene, and having it later, like what were you hearing? How did it change around you? Like recalling back to the moment where everyone died, I think was a really good plot device that they used. It was good, I liked it. I think it did do that.
So we were feeding you the prompts. A lot of sensory-based prompts, right? A lot of what did you hear? What did you see? What did you smell? Okay, last question. Yes. The tower itself, have you played Dread before?
I have run Dread before.
You've run Dread, so you have used the narrative tower, falling tower as a plot device. How did it fit for this setting? Would you use it again?
It was good. The tower is really good for high suspense stories. where you don't have a good likelihood of getting out. That's why I think it works good for Dread, and that's why it works really good for the Wretched. Having it there is good visually. If you're a player, you can see it get worse and worse and more unstable, and every single time an event happens, you know it's only going to get worse. So I find that using it as like a DM, as a GM, during Dread, I can notice the tension among the players as it gets worse.
Did you have that in the Wretched?
Yes, I definitely did.
Looking in through the window, we saw it eventually. It looked like it was about a 15 or 20% lean going on. So
yeah, it gets way more stressful whenever you're a player doing it. I'm really bad at Jenga usually. This time it got kind of lucky. I thought it was gonna fall a lot earlier than it did. It's a really good narrative device to have it there. The thing I liked about Dread over the Wretched is that, well, because Dread is a multiplayer game, there's like a mechanic where you can just make a sacrifice and just push it over at any moment. I think that would be interesting to add that to the Wretched if you wanted to like end it in a specific way. Like I trigger it to implode or something along those lines where you can just self-sabotage and push it over.
That's interesting. I haven't read enough of the Wretched to know whether or not that's a choice or a decision point. But a way, like a blaze of glory, like you see in some other tabletop role-playing games, right? The tower has collapsed, but you get to describe those final moments as a player. Did it put extra pressure, because you played it with 2 other players, on the block drawing? Did you feel the pressure of the eyes of the other 2 players?
Yeah.
Was it uncomfortable? Did you feel too? Did it feel overwhelming?
It wasn't overwhelming. I just didn't want to be the one that knocked it over. Sorry, Dr. B. I didn't want to be the one that knocked it over. I felt like, I don't know, it's I don't want it to end yet, so I don't want to be the one to end it. But again, as it gets closer and closer, it's like a good luck to if anyone else is going.
That was what was fascinating, was watching your facial reactions whenever we got close at the end.
Yeah.
We were recording it to try and catch the tower falling all the way down. And I think I recorded, it took 6. Like, I thought it was going to go down a lot earlier than what it did. So, okay. That was our playthrough of The Wretched. Katie, would you play it again?
Yes. Anytime, yes.
Do you think that you've now been exposed to it, that it would take away from playing it a second time?
I don't think so. I think that the element of randomness in it is good. I think that the ability for it to, if you mentally get into the mindset of a person with a different attitude, I think that would give you an entirely different experience, even if you played the same general plot again.
I think trying to remember how many cards, you guys maybe saw a quarter to a third of the deck, which is, so I think there's still a lot of prompts left to discover.
Yeah.
Would you play it with multiple players again, or would you prefer to do a solo run of it?
I would do it again with multiple people. I think that generally being able to bounce off ideas keeps me on my toes, and I like that in games. I think solo would add to the element of hopelessness. Because I think that the feeling of solitude, if you're like the only one in a room doing this, and you just have like a disembodied narrator outside, I think that lends to getting into the isolation, like that mindset for it.
Would you be surprised? I'll check myself in the video afterwards, but I'm pretty sure this was a product of COVID. It was designed and came out of 2020. Chris Pacin is the designer. So there's a system. We're going to keep exploring it here on, I keep looking up here, I need to look down here.
Yes.
We're going to keep exploring it on the Game Lab channel. Thanks, Kate, for sharing your perspective. We'll see you next time.